Just cause. Long Bridge Dragon Tooth. This is by far my best looking character. Have you seen my character in Elder Scrolls? True, I have 10. What? RAR XD? Crazy. Start talking, dude. Honestly, man's big toxic. The one thing I hate about streaming, for some reason you can't listen to Spotify. Just play it into my ears. Don't let the stream hear it. What the fuck? Honestly, if I just bet, you know what? Spotify on my phone, play it on my speaker. Beat the system. It's not like I get. You know what? I'm just finna start having all sponsors and ads. I'm just finna be like Mr. Beast. Dude has ads and sponsors out the ass. Because all of his shit gets copyrighted.
Over here, Five. Let us talk.
They're definitely on their way, Chimera.
We must get inside and prepare to defend the town. Euraxia's forces are underway. More undead. Almost.
I am ready to defend Riverhold. I fucking love the Khajiit people, dude. I swear. They're probably one of my favorite races. Like, I'm gonna make a Khajiit as my next character. Specifically because of Elsewhere. Meet allies. Speaker, we have news. Report.
Speaker,
Garimera.
we have news.
Iraqins have...
The usurper Queen Bear sent undead against us. Five Claw, find Captain Nalido and warn her.
What the fuck am I... What? Where the fuck is she? What do you mean go find her? Like I just came into the thing. I'll talk if you get up. That's literally toxic, dude.
Drive back the Euraxians. Five Claw, did the speaker send orders?
Riverhold belongs to Queen Euraxia, cats!
Grave-robbing cur!
Every death is just a new recruit for Euraxia's army!
Yeah, go ahead,
This one
bitch. Go
hates
ahead,
killing the
bitch.
same fools again and again. This one
Yeah,
must
dude,
warn
I'll
you.
fuck all of you. Come at me, bitch. Where do I meet him at?
Meet Zamarak at the temple. The necromancer's spell will animate every corpse in town. But this one has an idea.
You better not fucking sacrifice your dude. Or your ass, dude. Let me loot your body! Oh. Sounds about right, though. Ew, that dude's voice is whack. Who? Better not be talking about my
River
dude.
holds. This one must be at peace to memorize the inscription.
necromancy in this game recently is so strong.
Keep the undead away, Walker.
Fuck yeah, man, I got you. 18 trip.
Now, Zamorak and the prayer are one. Come, let us find the blessed pillar of the spring moon.
This dude is slow as fuck, oh my god.
As long as the necromantic spell remains in place, the dead will keep rising. Deal with the undead while Zamorak recites the prayer. Vakri Tashin. The spring moon has sanctified the ground. Let us proceed to the summer moon. Deal with the undead while this one activates the pillar of the summer moon. Vakri Jashin. One more. The pillar of the winter moon, near Kahajab Hall. Vabakri Frisin. The moon pillars are activated. Riverhold is sanctified.
It's working. The dead are dead again.
Wait. Something. Something is coming.
I'm doing this one mission in Elder Scrolls. Watch the drag. Aw, fuck. Molimnir.
Dark moons! We can't fight dragons!
Who was this? Balak
This
Dan?
one will order the retreat.
Such pathetic creatures. Flee before Kalgrantid, you insignificant morsels!
No.
I only got 15.
Riverhold belongs to the Khajiit.
Kamira, consider your next words very carefully.
Now I'll speak the words my people need to hear. We are Khajiit. We are the
You kill her, I
children
will
of
be
Alkosh,
pissed.
the daughters and sons of Joan and Joan. We do not run, even from dragons.
Balokdan! Prove your worth! Destroy these paltry insects!
Stand with me, people of Anequina, for I am Kamira, daughter of King Hemakar. I am your queen. Now, Five Claw! Use the ballista and drive the dragon to the ground!
Oh my god. I thought it just one hit the dude. Ew.
Well done! Now finish him!
Balokdan! Rush! Get Kigo!
one execute away from death. Wow, I'm actually triggered. I just died there. What just happened? What the fuck? Alright, dude, this game is being retarded. Okay, let me...
Chimera.
Well fought! We have shown that the Khajiit will not run, not even from a dragon!
All hail Chimera, daughter of King Hemakar and Queen Numara!
Soon, Rimmen and all of Anequina will once again belong to us. The reign of the usurper queen nears its end. On this, I give you my word as the heir of Anequina, the daughter of King Hemakar, and the true queen of Rimmen.
We have plans to make. War Council, with me.
The speaker is correct. There's still work to do. Let's convene in Kahajab Hall.
Easy dub, easy clap, don't even trip. You there, crazy?
You killed a dragon. Impressive, but don't let it go to your head. It was just one, and not even that large of a specimen. Plus, of course, no one will remember your feat. They're all going to be talking about the return of their queen. I had every faith in your ability to handle the situation. There was no need to intervene and tarnish your moment of glory. Besides, my considerable strategic skills serve the Khajiit cause better than my battle magic. I leave the mayhem to you. Honestly, I had no idea. Chimera's rousing words were all well and good, but it will take more than inspiring speeches and old siege weapons to take down my half-sister. Based on recent events, only one course of action makes sense. We must strike at Rimmen and remove my half-sister from the throne before she rallies her forces. First, however, take this. Compensation for stopping the undead and killing a dragon. My half-sister continues to be an embarrassment to our family name. The time has come to deal with Euraxia. Permanent. Half-sister. And yes, if it comes to that. Euraxia conquered Rimmen without authorization. She oppressed the Khajiit, unleashed hordes of undead, and made a deal with the dragons. If we don't depose her, I hate to imagine what she'll do next. Who said anything about a direct assault? Subterfuge is called for. I suggest a small group slip into the palace, locate Euraxia, and remove her from the throne by any means necessary.
Now that I have revealed my true heritage, we need to act quickly.
I
Lord
agree with
Speaker.
the princess. The time has come to remove my half-sister from the throne.
Queen Tarn. I have not been a princess in a very long time.
I stand corrected. Queen Chimera. You said you had a way to get us into the palace, Lord Speaker?
I do. Five Claw, let us speak.
How do I do this? It's so sad. Psst, hey, you there?
Therefore, Aneshi.
Crazy eye, like you never want to talk to me. Dude, honestly. So toxic. Oof, where's this bitch at? Oh, there she is. That's right, smoking weed is just as bad as cigarettes. like Zoss would play on PS4. When are you gonna help me do the shit I've been asking for help for like 2 months now?
I decided to join you. Aneshi deserves to hear that I still live in my own worlds.
Old Aneshi doesn't get many visitors, friend. Few find much comfort in the ancient tales of Kunzari during these trying times. Wait, Aneshi recognizes your friend. She has grown,
helping
more serious.
Me do
But this one knows
dailies.
Princess Kamira Baijod. Aneshi's beloved wife, Zaima, worked with the militia for a time after we avoided Euraxia's purge of the palace. Passed along information until the Euraxians caught her. They killed her in the palace courtyard. Then you need to enter the palace crypts. A forgotten passage in the crypts leads to the royal kitchens. Aneshi will write down directions to where he hid his master key. The key opens a door in the sewer under the palace that leads to the crypts. Jode above, old Aneshi can hardly believe his eyes. Princess Kamira.
It is truly me, Castellan. But I am Queen Kamira now. We will throw the usurper from my father's throne.
We stay close to the castle.
What? What do you mean, why? Because, you know, it's a good way to get experience, good way to get keys, I don't know. I said multiple times that I need transmute crystals. You know, variety of things, really. Normal dungeons don't really get me that much transmute crystals. Like, you didn't even play Smite literally at all until like 5 days ago, and now you're playing it 24/7. Like, what are you doing?
Well, aren't you off in a hurry?
elsewhere so I can get this dye. Not on his necro, why would it be on mine?
I'm hearing troubling rumors about Ashen Scar. Undead, mainly.
The dragon's not
Bright
enough. Now we
moons,
do.
Walker.
Looking for work, Walker? Older here's told that an ancient Dromothra named Zalshim reappeared in the hidden moon shrine near Predator Mesa.
This! You haven't heard that a necromancer is trying to stop the undead. I would not be surprised if you hadn't. Because why would a necromancer try to stop undead?
Fiveclaw, over here. Tarn wants to speak to you.
I may not have figured out Chimera's true identity, but things have been hectic since I met her. Zamorak, though, he was easier to surmise. I recognized the bearing of the King's Claw the moment I saw him. Did you find us a way into the palace? The crypts. So that means another delightful trek through the sewers. The overwhelming stench of excrement still lingers from our last visit. Ah well. I have another task. The siege weapons aim down into the city. We need to disable them before Euraxia realizes she's under attack, or she'll destroy Rimmon just to spite us. Meet Nalado and destroy 2 of the installations. Just thinking out loud. A habit I acquired during my time in the archives at White Gold Tower. Zamorak once served as a royal protector. From his bearing and the way he hovers near Chimera, he had to be one of the King's Claws. It's quite obvious.
Hello?
Captain Nalado's waiting for you near the siege weapons. Work with her to put them out of commission.
I'm on...
Once we see the...
No? Wait, yeah. I didn't know he was on ESO.
I'm counting on it. After you and Nalado destroy the first 2 platforms and Chimera deals with the third, Euraxia will order her troops into the streets to defend the city. That will mean fewer soldiers inside the palace to hamper our assault. The King's Claws were an elite squad of agents loyal to King Hemokar of Rimmon. They protected the king and the royal family, undertook special missions, all very hush-hush. It's a guess, but if I'm right, it explains much about Zamorak. The good captain waits near the palace. She went on ahead to scout the area and determine what opposition you might encounter at the siege weapon platforms. I appreciate that level of planning, especially since it's rare to see among the Khajiit. Someone needs to remain behind and organize what remains of the militia. The Speaker of the Main is best suited to the task. Besides, if we fail, though we won't, someone needs to respond when Euraxia unleashes death and destruction upon the city. Zamorak, Cadwell, and I will make our way to the sewers and deal with any Euraxians stationed there. Can't have them raise an alarm and alert my half-sister to our true intentions. Are you insinuating that my contributions are lacking? I thought you might be remarking on how spellcasting seems to leave me drained. Or perhaps you were implying that this was my fault for accidentally releasing the dragons from the halls of Colossus. No matter. Do your job, and I'll do mine.
Imagine you wake up one day and what's that one dude's name?
A divine lives among us. Come and give thanks to him.
Fuck, I forgot one dude's name.
You have nothing to fear now. Alkash has returned.
Fuck. Oh yeah, imagine you wake up one day and Stan Lee's in your bed and just gives you a smooch on the cheek. Or what?
Come witness the miracle at Sunspire. Five Claw. Good, good. We have work to do. Are you ready to disable this? The soldier guarding the gate to the South Weapons platform appears bored. This one plans to give her something to get excited about. When she leaves her post, slip through the gate and set fire to the siege weapons. Be quick. At the gate, yes. This one observed a few more soldiers on the platform, but not many. The usurper queen feels secure in Rimmon. We're about to change that. After this one deals with the soldier, I will move on to the north platform.
Watch as Nalado becomes a sleek Uraxian soldier. Gah, how do they see with this thing on? Larashri has been spotted in the market. Hurry!
Finally, some action!
Nalado will deal with the soldier. Oh, this one can't wait to get out of this dungy armor. The south platform is under attack.
Stupid cats! Wait, I better warn my lieutenant first.
Go, destroy the siege weapons. Nalado will clean up this mess. This way! We should be able to watch Queen Carmira destroy the far platform from over here. She did it! Now let's meet the others at the sewer entrance.
Here come the others now.
There are too many of us. We need to
A
split up.
queen should not rush into danger. It is unseemly. This one should be at her side to keep her safe. Nalado will follow orders, though. We must make our way through the crypts and into the palace before Camira gets into too much trouble, yes? Camira is queen now, so this one must do as she says. There are dangers ahead, regardless of whether we stick together or not. But we have a better chance of reaching the Usurper Queen if we approach from multiple directions. Yes, and if anything happens to our new queen, this one will have Tharn's head on a platter. We waste too much time, Five Claw. Are you...
I'll scout ahead! Tally-ho!
Everyone, unsheathe your claws.
There is the door to the crypts. Let us see if the Master Keys.
Let us see if the Master Keys. Find a way into the palace.
In Zamara? Wait. This is the royal crypt, but it has been disturbed. They took his body. They desecrated the king's grave. And from the looks of it, the queen's and Kamira's siblings as well. Zamorak has no clue. This royal crypt was prepared when King Hemakar ascended to the throne and married Queen Numara. Why inter the bodies and then dig them up 6 years later? Dark moons. This one hopes that is not the case. To even think such a thing makes Zamorak's We need to find a way into the palace, and quickly.
Euraxia not only murdered our king and queen, she desecrated their graves! She's a monster!
Oh, 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 oh. Fuck, yeah. Tough. What'd you have to do?
That's far enough. Queen Euraxia doesn't want to be disturbed.
The Chapel of the Guiding Moons is just ahead. It's the Necromancer, Zumag Foom. They locked us in.
Queen Euraxia will be delighted to hear that we have guests.
Oh, look! More cats!
I do adore flaying and then roasting the nasty creatures.
If you'll excuse us, we have another member of your party to deal with.
I'm of two minds. I want to watch your cadavers tear these cheeky mudcrabs apart, but I also want to deal with my inferior duplicate. What to do? What to do?
Leave the door to Zamarak. This one will make an exit.
More undead!
Go! Zamarak will guard your back.
Go left while this one goes right. We will meet in the royal chambers.
Destroy! No recipe correct.
We will transfer your duplicate's animus into you, Head. But our time with Queen Euraxia has reached its end. Come along.
Please, not like this. Try smashing these glass baubles. Well, that wasn't pleasant. You go on. I'll be along in a snap.
To Queen.
There. Palace courtyard with Mulamnir. Be cautious. We need to know what Euraxia and the dragon are planning before we attack.
Into the palace courtyard.
The moon gate you seek lies to the southwest. Zumog Thum has the key. Now, about my request.
The necromancers have already agreed to serve Calgrontid. You no longer interest us, Euraxia Tharn.
How dare you! We had a deal! What's this now? My incompetent half-brother and... Aha! The lost princess returns. Galador! Here. Your parents have missed you so, princess. Mother! No! I never liked you, Abby. Now do me a favor and just die!
I'll take... The shield is down!
I'll destroy you all! The runes of oblivion shield me!
We can mourn Nalado later. I need to see the throne.
Once this all began, I knew Euraxia would need to be dealt with. But sending Chimera's murdered parents against us... Death was too easy an end for my half-sister. I'm concerned that the dragon's half-sister. And do I really seem like the sentimental type to you? Euraxia may be gone, but Mulamnir mentioned his leader, Calgrontid. He said the necromancers were helping them, and Euraxia said something about a moon gate to the southwest. Perhaps. The next queen of Anequina said there's no time to mourn the dead, but I worry what happened here could affect her judgment. Let's get to the throne room and try to figure out why the dragons need necromancers and a moon gate.
We will deal with the fallen later. I fear more pressing matters must concern us now. May the Dark take Euraxia! She sent my own parents against us, and killed the brave and honorable Nalado! But we have no time to mourn. We must determine what the dragons seek at the ancient Moon Gate. Do not presume to tell me how I should feel. I am the Queen now, and I do not have the luxury or the time to grieve. Fiveclaw, those were not my parents. They were animated husks, nothing more. And I will remember Nalado's sacrifice, after we finish saving elsewhere from the dragons. You are still with me in this, Fiveclaw. You and Abner Thorn both. We ended one threat, but two more remain. I will go on without you, but I would rather have you at my side for what is to come. The war is far from over. Even a queen needs to consult with such learned personages as Garrosh Ri and Abner Thorn every now and then. Take this in recognition of your efforts on our behalf, Fiveclaw. Then talk to Garrosh Ri. I need to think. This throne. For too long, a tyrant has sat upon it. But now...
The men must recognize you as the heir of Anequina. But the people already cheer your name.
Finally, this palace is a labyrinth. Did I miss anything?
A word, Fiveclaw. Chimera's parents would be proud of how she has stepped forward in these dark times. Moons, I am proud of her. While Chimera gathers her thoughts, the rest of us have work to do. Tell me, what happened in the palace? You bring news both welcome and grim. But we can neither celebrate a victory nor mourn the good captain until later, I fear. We need to determine why the dragons are willing to associate with wielders of dark. Could they be interested in the Moon Gate of Anequina? It lies in that direction. I wonder if this pertains to Euraxia's final order. A soldier mentioned it after we captured her, but she refused to elaborate. Maybe you can help Tharn find out more. Through the documents in the royal study, seeking information concerning this final order. Despite his show of indifference, Euraxia was his half-sister. Her death is bound to affect him. Worried? No. That would imply I had any feelings toward the man whatsoever. I'd say I'm more concerned that his nonchalant attitude toward his sister's death might be hiding his true emotions. I trust that he's here to help, but he's still a Tharn.
When you look at the world as lines on a map, it all seems so small and insignificant. I was trying to determine the meaning of this document, but so far the secret... I found a letter, but it's not complete. Looks like a scribe's dictation. I've been searching for more, but I haven't made much progress through the royal stacks. With your help, perhaps the search will go more quickly. It alludes to an order Euraxia was preparing to deliver shortly before our assault on the palace. It mentions a Captain S, the Cygnus Irregulars, and a favor for the dragons, but gives no indication as to who they are or what the favor might be. We did what had to be done. Think no more about it. If you hadn't ended Euraxia, I certainly would have. Now, look around and see if you can find anything pertaining to this unfinished letter. I'm sure it refers to Euraxia's final order. This study contains documents from when the Khajiit ruled Rimmon, as well as papers that cover the span of Euraxia's rule. So many, many papers. She was a prolific writer, I'll give her that. At least she didn't destroy her files before she died. Anything pertaining to this so-called final order. While we're looking around, let's see if we can find anything that mentions the dragons, the necromancers, or anything significant. Who knows? We might uncover something unexpected.
Squeedy. Let me do this real quick.
Control dragons? What folly. But what was that about killing the last dragon guard? Old Khajiiti legends and rumors of a last dragon guard. Intriguing. Captain Sorlinia. That must be Captain S. And the Cygnus Irregulars are Imperial troops under the command of Prefect Kalo at Sandswirl Manor.
I said, let me do this. You buttface.
The documents you uncovered allow me to make sense of this unfinished dictation. I believe I now know the contents of Euraxia's final order. Euraxia ordered Captain Sorlinia to assassinate a dragon guard in an effort to appease the dragons. Sorlinia plans to commandeer as many additional soldiers as necessary from Prefect Kalo at Sandswell Manor and retrieve a report. Neither do I, at least not fully. The Dragon Guard were the sworn protectors of the Imperial Emperor. At least they were until they fell out of favor. Euraxia has ordered her assassins to murder what she claims to be the last Dragon Guard. Don't ask me. The Dragon Guard I knew failed to protect the potentates and were disbanded in disgrace. They claimed to have descended from legendary Akaviri dragon hunters. But that's all it was. A legend. We need to get to Sandswell Manor. We can't take any chances. Euraxia's final order directs her assassins to murder the last Dragon Guard. If the dragons consider this threat real, we need it on our side. Meet me west of the city, on the outskirts of Sandswell Manor. Kalo is mentioned in Garesh Ree's intelligence reports. He commands a garrison of troops in an estate seized when they conquered the region. As for Sorlinia, I've never heard of her. But an assassination squad, they're never a good thing.
Why'd you call me?
Are the people of Rimmen cowards?
They're just afraid, Chimera. Remember, the dragons still darken the skies overhead.
But we need to replenish our forces. I fear there are more battles ahead.
You carry the weight of the kingdom, Chimera, but the crown is not yet yours.
Yes, yes. I must be recognized by the Main and Queen Eren. Which reminds me, has the Dominion sent us any aid?
A few advisors, some gold, but no troops. We are on our own.
Ooh, yeah! Where did it come from? Where did it go? Where did it come from? Cotton Eye Joe? You're talking shit, boy.
Jode's embrace. Chess. House. Just house. Jode's embrace.
Anything I can.
Where did it come from? Where did it go? Where did it come from? God, they do. Emerged. This is the stupidest shit ever. Tyrese could buy this house, but I can't. What the fuck? Hey, Jickle. You ever hit him with that Roar XD?
Tamriel's finest swordmasters lie dead at my feet. What hope do you have? How could I do such...
To such what, bitch? Say it. Say it if you think you're fucking bad. What you mean, wouldn't the hook? Thank you, thank you. This is so very kind. Let me complete these 4 missions.
and then why do I crit? Why do I hurt?
An Imperial garrison. Prefect Kalo commands a full complement of soldiers, mostly seasoned Imperials and not the Nibonese mercenaries that make up Euraxia's main forces. It's probable that Sorlinia and her assassination squad is here as well, so I advise caution. I prefer to avoid unnecessary bloodshed, of course, but these are enemy forces. We must do what we must to complete our mission. I'll work my way down from the upper levels of the house. You find your own entrance and we'll meet somewhere inside. Try not to alert the entire garrison to our presence, and keep an eye out for Captain Sorlinia or anything related to Euraxia's final order. We need to determine where the assassination squad plans to strike if we're going to save the Dragon Guard. As I said, the Dragon Guard I knew were the Emperor's protectors. I suspect this has more to do with legends that speak of their role as dragon hunters of old. Idle speculation isn't going to accomplish anything. If I were younger... I feel the weight of my years, and it gets worse the longer this goes on. In my younger days, I would have already corralled the dragons and banished the necromancers to a forgotten plane of oblivion. Enough of this. I'll meet you inside.
Oh, Abnorthal's getting old. What? It's on the other side? Yo, bitch. Despawn. I wanna see my cool ass dragon deck.
Time to make me a fur coat.
What? Intruder!
One of Kalo's pet cats. Time to make me a fur coat. Kalo's pet. Time to make me a fur coat.
Who the fuck's this kid talking about fur coats? He needs to die.
How good of you to join me. Let's talk.
You're not even here.
We need to speak quickly. I doubt I'll remain undiscovered for very long. This projection, a simple spell. Nothing to it, really. But that's not what I want to discuss. I'm hiding in an empty servant's quarters at the moment. I discovered that Prefect Kalo is no longer in charge here. In fact, he's been arrested. That's the thing. Prefect Kalo isn't really one of the Euraxians. His cohort of Imperials accompanied my half-sister into Rimmon, but he's been a vocal opponent of her coup and subsequent claim of rulership. Apparently, he refused another order. Kalo's probably being held on one of the lower levels. See if you can find him. He should be able to tell us more about the Dragon Guard and Solinia's orders. Wait a moment. I'm about to have company.
Yes?
Speak with me.
Interesting. I'm Prefect Kalo, commander of the Cygnus Irregulars. And you're that outsider working with the Khajiit militia. I expected you hours ago. Well, let's not dawdle. You have an assassination squad to stop, I assume, so if you'd open my cell, it's elementary. I pay attention to every significant event that occurs in the region. Comes with my job description. I have agents, spies, and informers from Riverhold to Rimmon. The dossier on you could choke a Wamasu. Now, about this door, I'm an Imperial without an Emperor. My cohort was assigned to accompany Euraxia on a fact-finding mission. She turned it into a conquest. I tried to temper her more violent tendencies, but her mercenaries outnumber my legionaries by a wide margin. I refused to direct order. Wouldn't give Solinia my soldiers or my file on the last Dragon Guard. So, here I am. How about this? You can find a copy of the report in my office. If the information it contains helps you, then come back and set me free. I'm a reasonable man. I have no great love for this land, but neither do I want to see it destroyed. Dragons were the last straw. In other words, this is me making a stand. You can find a copy of the Dragon Guard report. She burst into my office with orders from Euraxia, demanded I provide soldiers to support her assassination squad. Then commanded that I turn over my file on this so-called last Dragon Guard. I politely refused both requests, and she... An elite unit of mercenaries. They're rabid dogs that Euraxia points at her enemy. Well, that puts a new spin on the situation. Solinia took my file. Then she and her soldiers went to assassinate this supposed last Dragon Guard to appease Euraxia's dragon ally. Conquer Rimmon? Euraxia was sent on imperial business to a province that owed us fealty. There was no reason to conquer a place we historically controlled. No. She decided to make her own play for power while Emperor Varen was otherwise engaged. It was complicated. Look, our quick visit, she burst into my arms. An elite unit of mercenaries. They're rabid dogs that Euraxia... Well, that puts a new... Not much. I never got around to reviewing the report. You can read it yourself. I see you found the report. Now we can continue our conversation without being separated by those inconvenient bars.
Ah, there you are. And I see you've captured Prefect Kalo. I presume he surrendered without a fight?
Don't look so shocked. My irregulars are very good at what they do. It was simple enough for them to sneak in and set me free. Now, what did you learn from the report? Anything that will help us stop Captain Solinia and her assassination squad? As I said, we were never willing participants in Euraxia's conquest of Northern Elsewhere. My irregulars did as little as possible to advance her agenda, and we worked to sabotage it as often as not. Besides, have you forgotten? The dragons won't stop after they kill or subjugate the Khajiit. We're in as much danger as everyone else. If Lord Garesh-Ri pardons my soldiers, we'll help fight the dragons. But we're going to need the Dragon Guard. Do you know where he is? Grand Chancellor, I propose that you get Garesh-Ri to pardon the Cygnus Irregulars so we can form an alliance.
An alliance? Interesting. Comrades would be helpful in the battles to come. I'll return to Rimmon, plead Kalo's case, and send someone to help you. Meanwhile, I suggest you start your search for the shrine at the Stitches.
Oh, there's a dragon next to you, Todd. Oh, hold on, wait, you said I got your mount? Wait, was that a question? I'm so confused.
Yeah.
I don't have enough. Fuck. And they killed the dragon. So what are you doing? What?
What do you want?
Careful where you flaunt your wealth, Walker. You are a tempting pride.
Tarn sent Zamorak to assist you against the Euraxian officers Saulinia and her assassins. The locals say that a group matching their description passed through here a short time ago. Tarn explained that we seek a hidden Akaviri shrine. Saulinia, the assassin who murdered King Hemakar and Queen Numara. Zamorak heard that name often on the day of Euraxia's coup. Perhaps this one can finally get justice for the royal family. No. Zamorak was guarding Kamira that day. We were far from the palace. Anyway, this one learned that the local crime lord provided Saulinia with guides who know the Scar well. We must hurry if we hope to catch them. The Scar can be a treacherous place. Nibinese assassin King Hemakar saw something in Zamorak. He specifically requested this one during a visit to the Desert Wind. Zamorak set aside his studies and devotions to become the King's Claw. I pledged my life to keep the royal family safe. No. Kamira wanted to visit the Desert Wind Adeptorium. This one was tasked to guard her. So, Zamorak was not in the palace when Euraxia. But they were lions about to pounce. A small success in an avalanche of failure. Guilt consumed Zamorak because he lived and the royal family died. So this one exiled himself from the land he loved. The scar was carved across the face of Anequina in the ancient past. Some say Kunzari is responsible.
I told you, let me do these couple missions, then we can escape.
Body. It's one of the assassins. They must have passed this way. King Hemakar. More bodies. The hired guides. Saulinia's work, Zamorak thinks. You have something else to do? Very well. Zamorak will wait for you.
I don't want anyone trouble.
door behind these stones. Is it the...
You doing the main quest? That's what I've been doing. I'm on the final order quest now.
That door.
Well, you said you've been watching my stream?
The pedestal maintains the magical barrier, but Zamorak does not know how. The assassins, they stalk the southern passages. We must hurry. There may be another way past this door, deeper in. Whatever has been hiding behind that door for all these years can wait a little longer. We need to deal with the assassins. They are the most pressing threat. That shout we heard. Saulinia and her killers must be close. Traps. They stopped some of the assassins, but not all of them. We must be wary.
You can't hide from us forever, Dragon Guard.
You couldn't find an Alphecan alabaster, you Roxian dolt?
That was the Dragon Guard. We're running out of time. Another maze. We must find a way to the other side.
Once I select a target, it always dies.
I trained to fight dragons. This isn't going to end the way you expect.
Now, Dragon Guard. Oh, good. More blood.
Thank you, Five Claw. With Saulinia dead, maybe the royal family can finally rest in peace. Zamorak. There was a heaviness on Zamorak's soul. Now it disperses like sand in the wind. Still, This one promised to find a new path. Yes, but Zamorak believed his previous life of violence caused those deaths. His studies and meditations told him this was so. Now, with Saulinia's death, Zamorak feels lighter. It feels good, but it also feels like a betrayal of the desert wind. You are right, Five Claw. Violence is never the best way to solve a problem. It only leads to grief. As the adepts say, when an enemy strikes you on the right, also offer him your left. But these musings are missed. Let us check.
Scusi. Open up.
Oh, damn assassin. She knew her stuff. I saw her fall, though. Thanks for that. After all these years, why do I suddenly have... I know about the dragons. The last... I didn't think so. But no one else has responded. Maybe... No. I know at least one other is still out there. He'll come. He has to. Take my ring. It will open the sanctuary. Find the dragon horn. You have to. Have to.
May Kenarthi guide you to the sands behind the stars. Below. That looks like Prefect Kalo. What is he doing here?
Ah, there you are. We came as soon as we could. Were you able to stop Captain Solinia and her assassins? Both dead? Solinia deserved it. Shame about the Dragon Guard, though. And yes, it took some convincing, and Tharn's most diplomatic. The Cygnus Irregulars are on probation. For now. Once Queen Chimera sees us in action, I'm sure she'll come around. Until then, I wanted to make sure you are all right. Beating Solinia is no small feat. I'm sorry we lost it. A dragon horn? Like the one at Star Haven Adeptorium? Huh. Well, if you think this'll...
The barrier has fallen. Let us see what awaits within.
Are these the remains of the Dragon Guard?
You know what? You're a fucking bitch.
Do not hesitate, my friend.
Care to...
Books and scrolls. I knew it. Knowledge is power, my friend. You'll see.
Do not hesitate. Such a small thing when compared to the dragons. Still, we should take it to Rimmon, yes?
Take it to Rimmon? Take it to Rimmon.
I want to take another look at these books. We'll meet you back in Rimmon.
Zamorak will linger as well, to make sure the Imperials find their way back.
Imagine getting your house TP'd and egged on a Friday after morning. That means on a Friday after the morning. What do you mean? What does it do? Oh. No. The next mod I want to get is the one for the balloons where they have no limit and how high they can go up. Oh, also I got a house now, Ty. Hall of the Lunar Champion.
It's happening again. I see a dragon.
Cadwell? Cadwell? What was that about a dragon? Ah, there you are. See to Cadwell, if you would. Then join us in the throne room for the War Council.
Hello? Is someone there? I appear to be back in my head. Well, my other head. The other head. This is so confusing. Ah, wait. things are becoming clearer now. Yes, well, there you are. Oh, so good to see you again, my friend. I saw that nasty orc necromancer, Zumog Foom. He really is a despicable fellow. And there was a dragon, a huge, powerful, eyes as big as a house dragon. They called it Carl Grunteed, means champion of the bound time. How do I know these things? Well, yes, I did. Seems the ears are as connected as the eyes. They talked about the moons, something about an eclipse and the perfect time to use the gate. I remember something about that from when I was the betrayer, but the details are hazy. My memory returns in dribs and drabs, but I'm not sure that's a good thing. If I remember anything helpful, though, I'll let you know. Where are my manners? They're waiting for you. Queen not a clue, but I know one way to find out. Head inside and see what the Cat Queen has to say.
I like how this entire time we just thought Cadwell was like this fucking weird, crazy guy. Turns out he's just a fucking absolute madman Chad unit when he was alive.
The archives were extremely helpful once I found the appropriate documents.
Our moon singers and moon priests have always paid particular attention to detail. What did you learn?
Tharn found documents regarding an ancient agreement with the Dragon Guard. They apparently provided a weapon to use against the dragons.
This relates to the legends of Kunzari and Queen Anequina, yes?
Pardon the interruption, Queen Chimera, but that sounds like the dragon horn we found. That dragon guard didn't survive, but he gave us the Anequina dragon horn.
So this alliance I reluctantly agreed to has borne fruit.
The Cygnus Irregulars assisted, but your agent did the important work.
A weapon from the Dragon Guard. Interesting. Come, Fiveclaw. I want to hear your report. Agreeing to an alliance with Imperials. At least it appears this Prefect Kalo assisted you. Tell me what happened out there, Fiveclaw. I want to hear it from you. So that is the Dragon Horn. It is much smaller than I thought it would be, and it looks fragile. Sound it once and it will probably crumble to dust. What are we supposed to do with such a thing? As always, you have my thanks, Fiveclaw. Euraxia hoped to appease the dragons by assassinating the last Dragon Guard of Elsewhere. He died, but at least you acquired the Anequina Dragon Horn and avenged... I know how a horn works, Fiveclaw, but this is a relic of ancient magic. I do not want to damage it before we learn the true significance of its power. Cadwell's visions strike more frequently now, with more urgency. Tarn believes Zumog Foom is close to reassembling Cadwell's Abner Tarn checks on Cadwell regularly. Find them and see if they can tell you where Zumog Foom hides. Meanwhile, I will consult with Gareshri. Review the Kunzari stories before we task Tarn with learning more about the Dragonhorn.
You must know something about
A little. There was a similar relic at Starhaven Adeptorium, but I never gave it much thought. It was just there, another memento of a mostly forgotten past. The one you brought us, it bears the name of Anequina. Anequina is the name of our kingdom, the northern half of Elsewhere. It grew out of one of the 16 original prides and was named after my ancestor, Anequina Sharptongue. She was one of the ancient heroes, a member of Kunzari's Krajan. Legends and myths make up a great part of who we are, Fiveclaw. For the Khajiit,
I know, sweetie,
and I expect it to end there as well. No. Kunzari and his company of heroes predate the arrival of the Akaviri and Tamriel. It was the Akaviri who gave rise to the Dragon Guard and revealed the secrets of the Dragonhorn. As I understand it, the Starhaven Dragon, from the ancient order of the Dragon Guard, if I remember what the adept at Starhaven once told me, I assume the same is true of the Anequina Dragonhorn. It's too bad that Dragon Guard you met did not live long enough to tell you more.
Let me see these, dude. These look tough. Bruh, really? I don't know though. Let's see how many missions I got left. I got 3 missions left.
Hold, Varley!
This is Cadwell's longest episode yet. Perhaps I can...
That's it! Time to give you knaves what for!
Bizarre visions.
Who's there? Speak up!
Dismembered bodies.
I'm about to teach these rapscallions a valuable lesson. And yes, I plan to make it... jolly good. I could use a noble squire for the battle ahead. To battle him. Anyway, Zumog Fu has gathered the dismembered parts of the betrayer's body. I'm not entirely certain. It's definitely a dark, menacing cavern. Just the sort of place necromancers enjoy hanging around. Oh! Here now! Stop that! Your pardon, noble squire, but I have to go kick myself in the head. I'm off to put a stop to these dastardly villains!
Tarn, can you determine where Cadwell disappeared to?
Of all the foolish, idiotic, misguided things that Cadwell has ever done, this may be the worst of them all. He fancies himself a hero, but he's given Zumog Fu... I'm no expert on necromancy, but it's obvious that our Cadwell is the last piece Zumog Fu needs to restore the betrayer. He has all the parts of Cadwell's dismembered body, and now Cadwell has handed him the final component, his very essence. Does a soul shriven have a soul? I have no idea how the philosophy of oblivion accounts for such things, but there must be some kernel of the original Cadwell inside the one we know. It stands to reason the necromancer would need that as well. I managed to scry Cadwell's portal before it winked out. It connected to an ancient crypt in the Scar, not far from the Stitches. Head there immediately. The rest of us will make preparations and join you as soon as we can.
Yeah. The phone is already at 64%.
Where the fuck are you at, Ty? I don't even... I said I don't even know what that means. Is there a way shrine by you? Because you're by where my next mission is, and I don't have any way shrine close to it. Hey, let me talk to this dude.
Finally, Bazdal is free to leave Rimmen as he wishes. Just yesterday he ran all the way to Riverhold and back. It was most refreshing.
Your brothers really amount though, dude. Fuck, I dropped my controller. How do you do stuff on your other guy? Your Sork. How do you make him not die fast? How do you make him tankier, kid? Yeah, I already said yeah. No, I don't. I really don't. You're the DPS main, I'm the tank main. In terms of how much DPS I do, yeah. Unless, did you do it though? Yes, if I said I'm gonna do it, I did it. But if you're the one that's played a DPS more. Your DPS has more playtime than mine? Question? 5 days to like 2? I mean, you're right, it was 6 days. Yeah. What are you even doing? What? Oh my god. off! In the famous words of Panda, there's no such thing as level 0. What? Off! Like, these things keep fucking with me.
You took your time. Let's talk.
What do you mean I took my time,
Travel
bitch?
never used to take this much out of me. Oh well.
That's why you're old.
Now that you're here, we can begin our investigation of the crypt. The Adept and the Prefect volunteered to scout ahead. They haven't returned. That means it's up to us. We must stop Zumog Foom from reanimating. Something has prevented them from returning. I can only assume the necromancers or their undead have done them in. Where they were forestalled, we must prevail. Otherwise, Zumog Foom and the dragons get one step closer to fulfilling their plans. Don't be a fool. Our first priority is to stop Zumog Foom and keep him from aiding the dragons. After that, we can worry about everything else. Provided we survive.
Let's go! Bow, 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 bow. Dude, I am so hungry. Honestly, like, I think I'm having chicken and egg noodles tomorrow. I don't know.
Cadwell, what
happened to old spot? They ripped it out of me. I'm afraid I bungled this one royally, old friend. I opened a portal, meant to put the villainous Zumog Foom to the sword. He got the better of me. The necromancer stole my essence, flung it to assorted ritual sites throughout the lair. Now I'm weak and my old body is being restored. The big cat and the Imperial, they arrived shortly after I did, but they didn't fare much better. I'm not sure what Zumog Foom did with them. I've just been standing here trying to recover enough strength to give it another go. Charge me up again? Capital idea, and I agree. We can't let the betrayer join the dragons. That reminds me of a time. No. Can't think. Too weak. I'll stand with you as long as I can. Could use a bit of a lie down, though.
I'll delay Zumog Foom's ritual as long as I can.
You left us to die, Kalo.
Our blood is on your hands.
No! I won't allow you to interfere with the ritual!
That glowing cloud. It's holding this ritual together.
How refreshing. Let's find the rest of me and put it back where it belongs.
Let's go! See? They probably figured all these mini-bosses was enough. But I'm a big boy. I ain't no necromancer level
You
8
were never
guy.
strong enough, Zamorak. I died because you were weak.
Praying to the moons won't save you, cat.
Interlude. Just one.
Faith. Again.
Ah, welcome back, little energy. I missed you so.
Just imagine if Abnarthon joined Zamung Fon.
You're a senile old fool, half-brother. How could you be so reckless? The dragons are your fault!
Your plan
Oh my god.
destroy you and Thorns.
Get rid of that damn cloud!
Oh, that hits the spot. Did you know I used to be a High Chancellor? No, wait. No, that bit belongs to Abner.
Oh my god, Cadwell. I want to see Cadwell in his glory. I want to see the betrayer. Like, I can't believe this last dude used to be a fucking god.
Five Claw. This one doesn't have much time. Nalado should not be here. This one should be prowling the sand behind the stars and preparing for the next pounce, not lingering in this fetid tomb. Zumog Fum called Nalado back. He planned to use her in a foul ritual, but dead or no, Naladol is still a soldier. His follower never stood a chance. This one sensed something. Naladol thought the cloud of energy reminded her of the strange knight adorned in cookware. This one thinks she absorbed the energy when she killed the necromancer and disrupted this part of the ritual. Return it, perhaps, though that will certainly shred this spirit form. No matter, Nalado no longer belongs in this realm. Tell Queen Carmira and Garashri that...
The cat captain, she's sacrificed herself. For me. I don't know what to say. We need to hurry, my friend. Zumog Fum is almost finished, and I'm...
Zumog Fum.
You really think you can stop me? Neither you nor that bumbling court stand a chance!
I never... How have you know? I'm barely 1/4
Let the essence of death flow free! Two of you can't exist in the same reality, soul-stripping! The stronger the betrayer becomes, the weaker you will grow!
Jolly and shell, fading away. To deal with the orc myself once my reanimation was complete. Now that I'm whole, I have a destiny to fulfill. So, cheerio. I always heard that introspection could be difficult, but meeting yourself. No one likes to discover that they were a tallow catch. Try not to hold it against me. Him and me were two sides of a dented coin. I don't think the world can handle more than one Cadwell at a time. My essence, I feel it draining away. Strange as the end approaches, so does clarity. You will try to stop him for me, won't you? Finish what I started a long, long time ago. I remember how we stopped the dragons. Kunzari and we tricked Count Gronti, used his own ambition against him, convinced him to place a portion of his power in Jode's core. Count Gronti ordered his brothers to follow suit. Once weakened, we were able to trap them in the halls of Colossus. Then the betrayer, then I killed Kunzari. I earned that name. I planned to steal the power, but Anequina's adepts... I'm still here. Chimera, she looks like Anequina. So pretty. Anequina possessed a key to a special place. That's where I learned to use portals. Luckily, they cut off my head and dismembered me before I could reach Jode's core. I guess you have to chop him.
No! No! I didn't know he was about to talk. I'm kind of pissed. I just missed out on some really important dialogue. Because it was Cadwell as he's dying.
Anequina was a moon priest. Could that be the key to using the dragon horn?
The same notion occurred to me, Queen Chimera.
Wait, here comes Tarn and the others. Fiveclaw. I am happy to see you and the others, Fiveclaw, and I'm eager to hear what happened. Wait, where is Cadwell? That does not bode well. The betrayer of Kunzari was a great hero who became a terrible villain. It took all the remaining champions and the moon priests of Anequina to stop him. But how does the betrayer's return help the dragons? A special place? That does not give us a lot of information to go on, Fiveclaw. Did Cadwell tell you anything else before he disappeared? The ancient legends. I have been studying them. They mention Jode's core, a vault of some kind. Kunzari tricked the demons into storing their power there, though now we know that the demons were dragons. A metaphor, yes? As for a key... Everyone, meet in the royal study. I have something to show you. Cadwell spoke of Anequina, one of Kunzari's champions. He mentioned a key. I think he meant my pendant.
Zamorak remembers. Your mother wore it before you. Does it have more than sentimental significance?
It hides me from magical detection. Mother would take my pendant in her hand and whisper, "When Kunzari smiled, Anequina asked the moons to move for him."
The Shadow Dance Temple room.
I discovered as a young girl that the pendant and this ancient map interact in interesting ways. I learned the stories of Kunzari from my mother. Did I tell you she was a moon singer before she married my father? She said the pendant once belonged to Anequina. An ancient ruin. The place was once the Shadow Dance Temple, but now it is nothing but tumbled stones. Still, Cadwell indicated the pendant was the key to finding the betrayer. What? Yes, from Kunzari's story. He tricked the demons into giving him their power. Then Anequina moved the moon so he could store the power in Jode's core for safekeeping. In their weakened state, Kunzari was able to trick the dragons and trap them in the halls of Colossus. But one of his companions betrayed him, stabbed him in the back, and went to the place of the Dark Dance to steal the demon power. I think you are right, Five Claw. The betrayer must want to finish what he started in the ancient time. But the dragons also want that power. Are they working together? As we saw on the map, the ruins lie in the foothills east of the Scar, between Orcrest and the town of Hakoshe. We will meet you there.
We need to send your Cygnus Irregulars to the Moongate, Prefect Kalo.
Agreed. We've been practicing in anticipation of joining forces for more than a year.
A year? But a year ago we were still enemies.
Perhaps. But I always knew we'd wind up fighting the Iraxians side by side someday.
Imagine Dragon.
Where do I need to go? Shadow Dance.
Ooh, a sky shard. Ping me on the map, Ty. There's a sky shard right here. I was out of stamina and there was like 6 beetles on me. Yeah, dude, you're about to die now, beetle.
betrayer, then we kill Molomnir. Ooh, I got some Rakuda.
Chimera's waiting for you inside. If the dragon circling overhead spots us, I'll try to drive it off.
Zamorak will assist.
Yes, I'm sure your fists will make all the difference.
This is the right place. I can sense it. But nothing in this chamber looks like it can make the moons move. And Riddlethar knows I have tried everything I can think of. I held it out. I presented it forcefully. I even shook it vigorously, but nothing happened. I do not know what else to do. My memories and the Kunzari stories, everything jumbles together. Too much research has crowded my mind. Wait, maybe... When Anequina's blood calls, the shadow dance begins.
By the moons, you opened the path.
You go ahead. Zamorak and I will deal with the dragon outside. Somehow.
Moons watch over you. Come, fight. Beautiful. Why was this hidden for so long? This place has guardians, it seems, but they could not stop the betrayer. The betrayer... that relic. See what you can make of it, Fiveclaw. The spirits awaken. The temple recognized me. I am becoming attuned.
Sir Godwell, you're part of Kunzari's Krajun. Why are you doing this?
I want what Kunzari hid away, and I need to move the moons to reach it. If a few cats must die along the way, what of it?
You're insane.
You talk to your new god like that? Manners!
The temple. It shows us how the betrayer became attuned. Another temple relic. Activated for me, Fireclaw. I understand. Moving the moons causes an eclipse. That opens the way to Jode's core.
It's almost a shame how Enequina's faithful keep throwing themselves at my blade. Almost.
The final temple relic. There it is. Activate it, please. Now, Fireclaw, we need to reach the temple sanctuary. The ancient memories become clearer in my mind with every passing moment. We follow the same path as the heroes of legend. Kunzari, Anequina, I see the truth of the myths and legends. Kunzari tricked Calgrontiid into storing the might of the dragons in Jode's core. Then, the heroes of the Krajun lured them into the halls of Colossus and sealed... Yes! He murdered Kunzari and then came to this temple to gain the power to move the moons and open the way to Jode's core. You see, the path only appears at the moon gate of Anequina when the... True. But many died before they lopped off his head. The betrayer was the greatest warrior of his day. If it comes to a battle, it will not be an easy one. There is an apparatus in the sanctuary, linked to the larger moon gate. That is what we seek. We are about to enter the place where the betrayer faced his greatest failure. Where he died at the hands of the remaining heroes and moon priests. We must make sure history... The shade of Anequina darkens with rage whenever I think about him. Even before his betrayal, she detested the man. He was vain, proud, a great sword fighter, but full of ego and hubris. Perhaps that...
Too late! Fools! The eclipse has started! I'm going to share the power with the dragon. Magnanimous, don't you think? I can strike from any direction.
Something is wrong. I cannot stop the eclipse. The betrayer did something to the apparatus. The moons cannot hear my plea. No. The betrayer has set the moons in motion, and they will not answer to my song. There is nothing to stop the... Not yet. This apparatus moves the moons, but the moon gate of Anequina creates the portal to Jode's core. Luckily, I sent forces there to defend it from the dragons. We will... Anequina's memories show me how she once used the Dragonhorn. The combat Dragonhorn you gave me. It needs to be energized. Have its power restored. Activate... Anequina, Cadwell, John and Jode. All of it. Into the Dragonhorn.
Where is the field? Let me at him. I returned as soon as I could to help you give the betrayer a good threat. I feel tip-top, I must say. I thought it was the cozy confines of my beloved Coldharbour, but I suppose it has more to do with the destruction of my other half. Well, good show. The world... That doesn't sound good. Let me think. If I concentrate, I can recall what was going through my despicable other self's mind. He wanted to make sure no one could stop the path from opening. He promised the dragons. I'm afraid not, at least not from here. He did something to the apparatus. It can't be used again. Chimera might be able to separate the moons, but she'd need to do it at the moon gate. She looks a little peaked, though, doesn't she?
I am all right. Cadwell, can we use your portal to return to Riemann?
Of course, Chimera. It's ready.
Talk to Queen Cameri.
The eclipse approaches, and with it the opening of the moon gate of Anequina. We have a short amount of time before the way to Jode's core appears. At least I am attuned, and I was able to charge the dragon. Gareshri has already gone to the moon gate of Anequina to take charge of the forces there. We will join him shortly. Thank you for helping with my attunement, Fiveclaw. With you and my ancestors beside me, we will find a way to stop the dragons. We stopped the betrayer, but not before he set the moons in motion. Soon they will align. When the eclipse occurs, the moon gate of Anequina will open and grant access to Jode's core, which is exactly what the dragons desire. Some, but not a lot. Luckily, we anticipated the connection to the moon gate and sent Gareshri ahead with whatever forces we could spare, which was not as much as I would like. I just wish we had some... The combat Dragonhorn is charged, but we still do not know its full capabilities. We must not waste its energy, so we will save it until absolutely necessary. We should make our way to the moon gate now. Our companions left the palace to wander Riemann and consider what is to come. Find Abner Tarn, Zamorak, and Prefect Kalo. Cadwell too, if he is still around. I would like them to join us at the moon gate, but will understand if they decide not to. I can only tell you what I experienced. I became one with the temple. With all its memories and past experiences, I connected with... I underwent the process of attunement, the same as Anequina and the moon priests of the temple, the same as Cadwell. I know how to make the moons move, provided we find a working lunar lattice apparatus. Some of the stories about Anequina speak of her teleporting from place to place. I see something about portals, but it does not make much sense. Perhaps when I have had 1,000 years to practice, I will be as competent as Gadwell, yes? The ancient structure rises out of the jungle far to the southwest. To think, a place known primarily as a pilgrimage stop and historical curiosity may turn out to be the site of Elsewhere's most crucial battle yet. The Moon Gates are among the oldest ruins in Elsewhere. Of the few sites we know of, the Anequina ruin is the most well-preserved. Moon priests consider it sacred. The Riddlethar ties it to the lattice. The rest of us, we see a pile of old rocks.
Let's go. Ty got off. No.
Moments to meditate have been rare since Zamorak returned to Elsewhere. This one needed some time alone, especially after helping Tharn with the dragon at the Shadow Dance ruins. Zamorak suspected that would be our next destination. This one noticed that the moons have shifted in the sky, moving in a way that breaks their usual pattern. The betrayer's doing, yes? Then we still have a chance. Zamorak has pledged his honor to Queen Kamira. He will not break that vow. This one has a purpose again, and will see it through no matter the cost. Zamorak will meet you at the Moon Gate, my friend. Queen Kamira, attuned to the lunar lattice. Zamorak never expected to see such a miracle in his lifetime. This one prays that it will be enough when we stand against the dragons. About what you would expect. Tharn used flashy spells to confuse the dragon until it finally gave up and flew away. Then, we encountered a squad of Euraxians led by a necromancer. Those Zamorak dispatched.
Hello, come to partake in a before-the-battle cleansing? I find it prudent to make myself pristine prior to the start of a slaughter. In my experience, the subsequent blood and gore adheres much better to a well-laundered body. The Moon Gate. I hope to wash away the memories of the betrayer, and some stenches can't be removed with soap and water. I'm sorry I made the moons move, my friend. Sorry I helped with it. But before I became the gallantly gaunt, soul-shriven form you see today, I was the betrayer. I originally did all the terrible deeds that led us to this place. I'm rather ashamed. Yes, of course, that was my plan all along. Make up for my past atrocities by helping the nice cat people defeat the evil dragons, just like the hero I was before I became the betrayer. Tally-ho, then. I'll head to the Moon Gate now and meet you there. As nice as these facilities are, I miss the boiling plasm pools of Cold Harbor. Hot enough to melt the skin right off your bones. What an invigorating... And your point is?
Wine used to rejuvenate me after periods of intense exertion and spellcasting. Now I can barely taste the stuff. A good thing, too. Khajiiti wine is cloyingly sweet, like drinking candied plums boiled in moon sugar. I presume you have news? The Moongate? A noble but futile proposition, I fear. The Khajiit should pack up and flee while they still can. Let the Alliance armies deal with this. Show them some fights are more important than deciding whose posterior best fits the Ruby Throne. No. Just pondering other options. Too much of what we're facing was the inadvertent result of my actions or the actions of my family. Dragons, Euraxians, necromancers. The responsibility falls to me, and balance must be restored. Would you stand a chance otherwise? Without my arcane and strategic insights, anything you try is destined to fail. I won't have that on my conscience. Now, allow me to finish this sickeningly sweet inebriant, one last indulgence before the end. By the way, I believe I understand the purpose of the Dragonhorn. After much consideration, the use and function of the ancient instrument has become clear. The Dragon Guard were clever. Theoretical knowledge isn't the same as practical experience, but I believe I understand the fundamentals of its operation. The Dragon Guard prepared a horn taken from a massive dragon and engraved it with arcane runes, giving it astonishing power. Oh yes, I'm fairly certain of that. And I found historical references indicating the Dragon Guard gifted such relics to key locations. For their protection, you see. The one you located was originally in Rimmen before it was moved to the Sanctuary. We have neither the time nor resources to move the large relic, but the small horn you brought back, it's called a combat horn, by the way, was designed to be carried into battle. Once charged with energy, its sound weakens dragons. One problem solved then. The next is sheer age. This ancient combat horn is exceedingly fragile. I'm not sure how many times we can sound the horn before it disintegrates into dust. For that reason...
Doesn't seem like I'm getting much done.
The quiet moments between battles. I like to spend the time catching up on my reading. History, military strategy, recipe books. My secret pleasure is a good mystery, though. And the new investigator... I've been waiting for the order to move out. I sent most of the Cygnus Irregulars on ahead with Gareshri, but a small contingent remained here in case our earlier guess was wrong. I assume events in the ruins confirmed our theory? Understood. We need to defend the Moongate and stop the dragons from using it when it opens. Keep them from reaching Jode's core. Well, at least now we have a mission. I just hope the Khajiit can get over their aversion to working with my troops. Queen Euraxia's tyranny made the Khajiit wary. I don't blame them for that. I just want to show them that not all Imperials are tyrants, that they can trust at least a few of us. It will come. As long as we don't turn on each other first.
Quality wares.
Perhaps a direct approach would be the best.
Work! Farmhands needed at Mother's farm! Roxargo's mother is very nice. Oh, Roxargo worked so hard.
The moons do not exist. This explains why no one has been there, yes?
Ooh! The Moon Gate of Enequina. Hey, other dude. Jay, okay?
Look how the moons converge in the sky. The time is not right for such an event. The lunar lattice has been altered, causing Joan and Jode to merge. Legends say that this occurs when a dragon eats the moon. This one hopes that is only a legend.
The moons come together and the sky grows dark. Ominous, isn't it? And strangely beautiful. Where are the dragons, though? And the remaining Euraxians? I assumed they would have started their push for the Moongate by now. As ready as we can be, the Khajiit militia and the Cygnus Irregulars have taken defensive positions along the path up to the Moongate, and whatever siege weapons we could get our hands on are set to repel the dragons. Not a chance. We only hope to slow them enough to give Tharn and Chimera the time they need to stop the Moongate from opening, or find a way to shut it if all else fails. If the dragons don't reach Jode's core...
Dragon, go join Queen Chimera. I'll take charge down here.
Go.
Get those fires out and ready the ballista.
Time
Move
for
it, soldiers.
reckless audacity and daring do.
Euraxians. The wall has been breached. More Euraxians. Here they come. Prepare yourself. Come. This one can... More soldiers. Take them down. What?
Surprise! I do enjoy cutting blackguards down to size.
The path is clear. We need to reach Queen Chimera. Gareshri still breathes, but his injuries are serious. He needs a healer. With Gareshri injured, someone else must take command of this position. Make sure the Euraxians and the dragons encounter enough resistance to slow them down. Yes, my friend. This is Zamorak's chance to finally atone for his past mistakes. Wait, what is this? The dragon horn. This one doesn't know why Gareshri was carrying this. But you must take it and reach the Moongate. Queen Chimera needs you. Go. Now, Five Claw.
Oblivion! I've got these hooligans, old trout. Let's get to Abner before the moon's completely alive.
See how the moons align with the ancient gate. The lattice opens a path to Jode's core. But how did you get the dragon horn? Where's Garishri? And why are the sounds of battle so close? Did the Euraxians overrun our defenses? Garishri? Hurt? And the Euraxians behind our defenses? This is not good. Not good at all. Well, we still have the dragon horn. The power, yes, but not the knowledge and experience. I will continue to try to move the moons and close the gate, but you will need to keep the Euraxians from taking this position. I am counting on you.
It's our only chance.
No, Fireflow! Not yet! Through the portal, both of you, and bring the dragon horn.
Chimera, wait!
We stand on the sacred plane of Jode. The dragons went down into the processional. From the memories I absorbed at the Shadow Dance Temple, Anequina and the Moon Priests came here to honor the moons and set them on their way after their sacred joining. This is also where she helped. Here, on the plane of Jode, the memories become clearer with every passing moment. Kunzari was able to use Calgronti's own greed against him. The dragon sought the power of Jode's core from the beginning. He offered a way to combine the natural power of Jode's core with the mystic might of his loyal dragons. Calgronti's greed was his undoing. Now, he finally has an opportunity to steal.
Mulamnir, the vermin still pester us. Devour them, as you say, my brother.
They still guard this sacred place.
Worship new gods now, you insignificant morsels.
Avoid Mulamnir as best you can.
Vermin.
Aid me!
Jode's core is close. I can feel it.
Mulamnir, Calgrontiid, and Jode's core. Are you ready for this, Chimera? Calgrontiid is absorbing Jode's core. As long as the moons remain aligned, the power flowing through him is unimaginable.
Get me to that platform, Tarn. I can separate the moons using the altars. You must deal with Mulamnir Fiveclaw. I will divert whatever energy I can into the Dragonhorn, but use it sparingly.
You dare to face me, morsel? little insect. Yes, brother. I will make this quick. Insect. Yes, brother. I will make this quick. crush these fleas, brother. You have my word. Kunshar! Sus! G-B! Die, insect, die! Assist me. Power. It fills me. To control.
Don't you dare leave me.
Ulamnir prepares to attack. Let my magic protect you.
Sus! G-B!